Hey everyone, welcome back to a race recap video. Today it's the ZRL on Keith Hill after party. Now, our teams were all sorted prior to the race, and as what usually happens, there were shifts last minute. There was a gap in our AERO Community Team, so I decided to jump in and have a ride with the community boys, hence this green level 25 jersey. So off we go. Today's race, I'll put the profile up here. There are only two segments. There's a sprint at about the 15-kilometre mark, and then there's the Keith Hill KOM to finish off, which is about a 9-minute climb at our pace. The start was pretty strung out and hot. My plan was just to sit in the pack and to save energy for when it mattered. You can see my teammates there in the green. They're the AERO community riders. We didn't quite have time to flick things around and kind of maximise our points for the AERO Elite team, unfortunately, today, but it wouldn't have mattered in the end anyway. Today we're up against a couple of strong BL13 teams. If you followed along, you'll know that these races have been pretty hotly contested between the two teams. So as you can see, it's very strung out. I'm just kind of hanging on the back, knowing that at some point this will kind of relax and come together. Heading up into this little kick, always a little key here is if you're sitting at the back, just pick up your speed 5 or so seconds before it drifts up. You'll start the climb faster than everyone else, and you'll just be able to float through the group without using any energy when they start to kick it up. Now, as you can see, we've done that pretty well here. Got myself into a really good position without using energy. So a little tip for the future. As we came into the sprint, because not a heap happened, a couple of guys actually go off the front here. The sprint points have 20 first across the line points, as well as first 5 placings for the fastest. I always like to get amongst the fastest times, and depending on who tried to get away, you can see a couple of guys kicking now. From a quick glance, they're in the BL13 kit of their second team, so I wasn't too concerned about those guys. But they do win the FALs, that group that got away. Heading into the sprint, Jason Robinson's on my wheel. This is his time to go right now. You've got to pick up speed early in order to get the FTS points, which we've done. We're still not at the start line, and I've already hit my peak wattage, but you can see me coming through the group here. It's going to be a pretty fast time. I think I end up just outside the top 10 on FALs as well, so a decent little haul. The leaderboard comes up, and we are second on FTS behind Jason Robinson. Few of the AERO Elite boys got themselves involved there, Anders and Ethan, so good to see. Now, I thought in this green jersey, will I be given room for a breakaway by BL13? Well, I didn't want to, but let's give it a try. You can see on the right, Collier and Patterson straight on me, not giving me any chance. But I thought it was worth a try, given that I'm not a threat for the overall kind of series today. And Keo at the front here likes to get in a breakaway move like this. So thought I'd give it a run. No dice. Anyway, heading into the KOM now. This is a pretty quick recap. There are FTS points on the KOM too. I sag back 2 or 3 seconds from the main group, and now I start the climb with a bit of power just to get back in. That's a smart little tip, because if you don't actually win the race at the top of the hill, as long as you finish within the first couple of seconds of the winners, you'll be the FTS as well. So tricks of the trade there. And then again, we're able to kind of just cruise my way up to the front of the group without putting in too much power there. Anyway, so we'll play this a little bit faster up the hill. It was a really strong group. I'm just kind of saving some energy on the flat as we head into the climb proper, where it's going to really start to go. Now, I see Temesco of BL13 really have a dip. I saw 9 watts per kilo, so I chose not to follow. I chose to kind of hide myself back in the group for a little while longer. There are some consistent steep gradients here. Following along the pack, I know that there are some strong BL13 riders here that I need to watch, particularly the guy at the front right now. I think Riesig, I'm not sure how to say that little German symbol, but I think maybe Riesig is how you say it. Apologies if it's not. He's a very strong rider. Staying in the draft. There's a lot of steep climbing to come very soon. Now, I've got the feather power up, so that's going to be helpful. I didn't I didn't use the AERO power up or get the AERO power up because I thought in this kind of field I'd need the feather. With my current fitness, it's not quite where it needs to be. Heading up into a steep section here, and I'm following along the BL13 guys. Brad is having a good ride as well. He's up amongst it. And there, Collier from BL13 is just getting a gap, which I think is dangerous if two of them are up the road. So I put in a lot of power to try and get on his wheel before this flat part. Save just a little bit of energy, and up we go again. I see Collier use his feather. He looks very dangerous here, so I use mine as well on that red steep gradient. Get up into the wheels. We catch Temesco. The teammate is there as well. So is Aiden Patterson. It's a BL13 sandwich here. And I'm right in the middle of it. So this is really difficult at this point. I was starting to max out, knowing we've probably got 500 or 600 meters of climbing to go. There are maybe 7 of us left in the lead group. I'm just trying to get to that yellow section on the mini map to try and give myself a chance at the sprint finish. So still sitting on Collier's wheel. He's super strong, super strong. This, as you can see, all the BL13 riders there. There's Jesse Riley. You never want to go to a sprint finish with him, that's for sure. So I'm still sitting second wheel, not ideal. I really don't have much left. And there goes James from the Avengers. Riesig goes on him. I don't really have the power to sprint at this stage. It's more of just that real sustained effort at this current level. Riley goes. So I'm just trying to stay in the wheels of these guys in the final 300, kicking up to around 600 watts. That's all I've kind of got in the tank today for this finish. Once the fitness builds, I will have that kind of kick at the end of a climb like that, but I'm still happy with how I've performed on this race. Given where the fitness has been. So I take the fastest time, get some extra points there, finish 4th across the line. Great ride from Brad. BL13 absolutely smashed it today. They were clearly a level above as a team. I'll put the results up here. In terms of points, myself and Riesig, 100 each. So we were winners on the day there. It's a points race. That's what it's all about. In terms of teams, BL13 take the day, and this is what the series looks like with a race to go. So AERO have a 1-point lead. So BL13 are actually leading on the count back. So AERO need to beat them next week to win the series. I'm unfortunately unavailable. Got a work dinner. So the boys will be fighting on a new route. It should be a good one. Hopefully, we've got plenty of availability. Quick video today. Went through the highlights pretty quick. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. Thank you for watching.